Now, don't get me wrong, Logan Paul still sucks, but not for the reasons you're thinking of, and here's why. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley, and today we're going to be talking about Logan Paul. I know. I jumped on the bandwagon. So, the latest screw up that Logan Paul has allegedly done is make a joking comment that he's gonna go gay for a month and revert back. Everyone's mad because, yes, in many other countries, homosexuality is illegal, is punishable by death, and that's terrible. But none of that is Logan Paul's fault, first of all. Second of all, we all make rude, vulgar jokes with our friends, with our family, and yet he made this one thing. It wasn't even a homophobic comment. And yet everyone's having a frigging hissy fit. I don't understand. Men are less likely to be able to openly experiment with their sexuality. And now that someone makes a joke that they're going to experiment with their sexuality, everyone's mad. I mean, yeah, homosexuality for women is obviously encouraged because it's seen as entertainment for men, but I mean, I don't get it. It's not even homophobic. I don't know. I see it as embracing homosexuality. I mean, he says, I'm gonna go gay for a month. And not only that, he and his friend are gonna go gay for a month. Like, are you okay? Like, what's wrong with that? I mean, yeah, if it's a joke, it's a joke. It's inappropriate. Just like if you watch Family Guy, if you watch The Cleveland Show, if you watch American Dad, if you watch Brickleberry, if you watch, what's it called? Border Town? Border Town. If you watch freaking Border Town. All of these shows have racist, misogynistic, sexist, homophobic jokes, and they're okay, but Logan Paul saying he's going gay for a month and switching back is not. I truly do not understand that logic. I don't. I've definitely heard worse jokes, homophobic jokes, and this one is fine. I think everyone just wants to hate Logan Paul because he's a rich white boy. Now, don't get me wrong, he still sucks. But I'm going to tell you why he actually sucks in a minute. And of course, the other thing I'm going to address is the Suicide Forest video. Because yes, that was huge. But I don't think he did anything wrong. Before you click off, let me tell you why. If you actually watch the video like I did, then you'll see that it was formatted in what to me is the best way possible to address suicide that anyone could have done. Let's talk about why. In the beginning, first of all, the title, it is what it is. I mean, he's not lying, he's not clickbaiting. And then I'm sure there are going to be people saying, well, the title didn't say not clickbait. Like, first of all, most titles shouldn't have to say not clickbait. Second of all, there are trigger warnings in the beginning saying that there's suicide, that there's death. If you need help, reach out here. And then even he goes to say, you see him and hear him speaking, this is not clickbait. And then, yeah, everyone's like, oh, but he put like sad music and everything, but like it's bad. Like every documentary and movie puts music to elicit emotion. And yes, it's a video that was posted. I don't think it was monetized, but I could be wrong. But even so, I mean, how else are these kids who have not yet been faced with death, especially suicide, going to come to terms with it unless it happens in their own family, which is even a more traumatic experience, them seeing it in a video. And I was watching all of these people's responses after he made that video, and it just made me feel off. You know why? Because at the end of the video, of Logan's video, he provided the information to get in contact with suicide hotlines in the US, I think in the UK, or Canada, or both, and Japan. And I don't think I saw anyone else's video do that. Everyone was saying that Japan is the number one country with, or is the top country with death by suicide. And yet nobody felt the need to include the suicide hotline for Japan. Is that not like 2 + 2 = 9? Or everyone was saying, oh, this man had a family. This man had a life. Yeah, he did. He was completely blurred out. No one knows who he is. And everyone's saying, why would you go into the suicide forest? First of all, a lot of people go into the suicide forest. It's not like it's blocked off or anything. If people aren't supposed to go in, why don't they have a fence? Or why don't they have guards or guides or anyone saying, hey, you can't go in here? First of all, that would probably prevent a lot of suicides in the first place. Or at least delay them or deter them or something. And then people are saying, oh, he and his friends were laughing. A lot of people laugh in uncomfortable situations. I know many people who laugh in uncomfortable situations. Sometimes I'm one of them. Like, you can't just remove the psychology from things because it's Logan Paul. You can't. You're literally going after someone who showed normal behavior in an uncomfortable situation. And not only that, if he hadn't gone in there, when would they have found the body? This guy's family may not have known he was dead until they got the call because Logan Paul and his friends found him. And even so, the person who's in charge, after they called the police and the ambulance that came up, he was also laughing. So why aren't you guys mad at that Japanese man? He was like, hey, you're not supposed to go in there. Like, oh, it's okay for him to laugh, but not for Logan Paul to laugh. Because everyone hates him. Are you serious? Are you serious? Listen, I don't care for the guy, but, like, I try to be unbiased in most situations. And you guys are ridiculous. I had someone say to me, I had to talk 5 of my friends out of suicide because of this guy. First of all, your friends didn't want to commit suicide because of Logan. Your friends are depressed, obviously. Get them help. Get them professional help. Alright? Unless Logan Paul is coming up to them personally and harassing them and bullying them and making them feel miserable in their own lives, then he's not to blame. And then, what's the difference between Logan Paul's video and 13 Reasons Why? At the end of the day, the only difference is when you turn the camera off, someone's still dead. And not only that, but someone actually committed suicide and remade 13 Reasons Why. And yet, they're making another season? Are you kidding? How dare they? Now, let me tell you why Logan Paul actually sucks, okay? Now, I'm sure you all know about his dad because of the Shane Dawson thing. First of all, the Shane Dawson thing was looking for a scapegoat to blame Jake Paul's behavior on. First of all. Just because you have a traumatic, sucky childhood does not give you an excuse to be a terrible person. Second of all, Logan Paul and his dad make light of child abuse. Clearly, based off their own experience, there are many clips that if you watch the Shane Dawson review or any of Logan's videos with his dad, it's a recurring theme where Logan says, "You beat the crap out of me as a kid, you abused me." And Greg Paul goes, "Yeah, and I'd do it again. Yeah, I'd do it even harder if you call the police." I mean, that is something you should be mad at them for. And the other thing is Logan Paul's destructive. I don't know if you guys remember his roommate, Mark Donor. He destroyed his property. And then, I mean, yeah, Mark retaliated, but are you kidding me? Like, how are you going to destroy someone else's property? He's aggressive and destructive and makes light of things like child abuse. Which, I mean, yeah, the shows that I mentioned before also do that. So I guess we're all screw-ups. This was not in defense of Logan Paul. I just think that everyone gets mad over the simplest things, the silliest things, things that don't make sense. And so if you watch this, whether you agree with me or not, whether you think I'm insane, I want to know what you think. Please comment and like this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Please subscribe. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.